Welcome to Bahamas Educational Express science lesson video, The Atmosphere. Learners will be able to identify gases that make up the atmosphere, explain what is the atmosphere, and state the different layers of the atmosphere. Here are layers of the atmosphere, starting at the bottom, the troposphere, the stratosphere, the mesosphere, the thermosphere. Layers of the atmosphere: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, ionosphere, and the exosphere. The composition of the atmosphere. The atmosphere is made up of different types of gases. First, we have nitrogen, which is 78%, oxygen, 21%, water vapor, 0 to 4%, carbon dioxide, 0.037%, and other gases make up the rest. What is the atmosphere? The Earth is surrounded by several layers which are together called the atmosphere. It surrounds Earth completely and is about 900 kilometers thick. A blanket of air is held close to Earth by the force of gravity. Let's look at the layers of the atmosphere. First up, the troposphere. The troposphere is the closest to Earth. This is the air we play, work, and live in. This is the air we breathe, and all weather happens here. Next up is the stratosphere. The stratosphere is the second layer. It contains the ozone special oxygen that protects Earth from ultraviolet rays from the sun. The mesosphere is next. It is the third layer and is the coldest layer. The thermosphere. Thermosphere is the fourth layer and it is the hottest layer. Next up is the ionosphere. The ionosphere begins in the mesosphere and extends upward through the thermosphere. It contains electrically charged particles called ions. This layer plays an important role in making radio and television communication possible. The exosphere. The exosphere is the sixth layer. It is also known as outer space. Here, the planets, the moon, the stars, and other celestial objects are found. Weather. Weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a special time and place. Conditions that affect weather are temperature, air pressure, wind, humidity, and precipitation. Weather conditions affect people in many ways. Here are some: the food they eat, the clothing they wear, housing, transportation, length of day and night, storms, and natural disasters. Now let's look at some weather instruments. The first one we are going to look at is the rain gauge. Rainfall is measured with a rain gauge. The second one, the anemometer. Some people said anemometer. Well, wind speed is measured with the anemometer. Anemometer. Now let's look at temperature. The amount of heat in a substance is called temperature. We can measure the amount of heat in a substance by using a thermometer. A thermometer measures heat on a scale called a degree. Two different scales on the thermometer. One scale is called the Celsius scale, and the other scale is called the Fahrenheit scale. On the Celsius scale, water freezes at 0 degree and boils at 100 degree. On the Fahrenheit scale, water freezes at 32 degree and boils at 212 degree. Measurements made on the Celsius scale are shown as small 0 and a large C, and on the Fahrenheit scale as a small 0 and a large F. Okay, let's see how much we've learned about the layers of the atmosphere. Let's see if we can identify the layer. Take your time, pause the video, and see how many of the layers you can get correct. Okay, are we ready? The second layer is called, that's right, the stratosphere. The third layer is called the mesosphere. What about the fifth layer? Excellent, the ionosphere. And that's the fourth layer. Let's talk about the sixth layer, the exosphere. And the first layer, troposphere. Excellent, great job, guys.